Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gillesmansillon. I'm an artist and a spiritualist. I come to discuss transcendental philosophy. And I want to discuss a few ideas. The first one is that we need to touch the rock bottom and the very bottom of energy in order to find the ascending spiral. As the Buddha met Mara, the king of demons, and the Christ had to go through the desert and face all the dark forces of the planet and all the Catholic saints, and everyone has to confront, to have this ego broken down, completely broken down before to go through the valley of the shadow of the dead, to confront all the shadows that we have within, to break down the ego. All the sense were broken down before they could reach that the true sense. So for me, it's like it happened 10 months ago. And now it's like we're climbing, like Dante in the Divine Comedy. You have to go through the circle of hell before you find the mountains of purgatory and eventually ascend through the spheres of paradise. So it is nothing to worry about. It's about letting go of the old. For the old world, there is a dissolution of the matrix, and and if we hold on too much to the 3D reality, we'll get us really depressed. So focus on the future. For all need to return to source, and within you connect to the eternal and infinite within yourself, and this is where the solution lies to all problems. If everybody would do that for a single day, then all problems of the world will be more or less solved. But finding this alignment with source, when we align with source, all things flow into the natural divine order. For that, we have to respond to the inner call and inner guidance, to be heart-centered. It is very important. I'm going to pull a few cards. I'm going to make a break between the 17 to the 25. I'm going to go on a trip from the 18 to the 24. And I may do a video there, but I just thought and I thank you for liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, for your donations. If you're on a private session, you can send me an email. And I'm also on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, although I'm just sharing some out there. For the past is rejoicing. It is very much about rejoicing, and we've already been informed of those great things that are coming. Now we're in a receptive mode to receive them. And the present is authenticity, to sign on self, be true. We're seeking to be more and more authentic each and every day. And the future is indulgence. Sometimes it is okay to relax, to make a break, to let go of judgment, to not be strict and severe, to allow yourself a little fun. So that for me it's like this. Sometimes it's like, but not to be too indulgent, to monitor your program. What we're working on now is joy. What brings us joy? To find joy, to share joy. And the future will be acceptation. You have to accept that all things are working for you. All things, positive and negative, are all learning processing tool. And so just select the ones that you need. For there is this... there is the golden Buddha, the cosmic Christ that needs to emerge from within. We have to stop believing in the reality of the five senses, to move into the intuition that connects us to the heart and the higher mind. So repeat to yourself, I am one with my I am presence, and with the collective I am presence, to unify with that God spirit, that the spirit of God that we have within. For the mind and the ego will do all it can to resist change, to doubt, to bring fear, because it wants to hang on to what is familiar. So we need to find a compromise, to negotiate with the ego, so to convince the ego that there's so much more to gain with the new, although it does not know. It has to trust. For it's about accepting faith and trust and courage. So for there are going to be many opportunities that will be presented to align with higher potentials. So just write them down, and whatever you... and inspiration, new ideas, just write it down and take notes of that. You can return to that later. For you want to honor that divine light, that God self that we have within, and we want to honor that spirit, and to accept that, accept that spirit as the essence, the true essence of who we are, to flow with the flow. The highest wisdom is regeneration. There is a great power of regeneration right now. For what we need to understand is the equitable being, to stay balanced, to stay fair, to stay just. What we need to do is peace. We want to create peace within ourselves, to make peace within, and the outcome will be the tribe. There's a connection, great connection all around the world. There are people that we need to meet to connect to our tribe. For they are everywhere. So it's like finding those people that we resonate with, Right now, I'm going through this protocol I explained yesterday. I've started to burn my white candle for 7 days. And it's important to know, to be discerning. And sometimes you need to express what's in your heart. But sometimes you need, if you see that it does not match, it's better to stop and be silent, not to try to, some people will go out of their mind if you confront their illusion. So it is important to have a lot of discrimination on what to say and when to say it. For all is learning, everybody's learning from all experiences anyway, so to let go of judgment of all kinds. But the more we release now, the easier it will be in the future. We have to use the violet fire, the violet flame on all memory. It's like putting salt on food. You think violet, live in the violet. The violet is very, very powerful right now. For the shift that is going on is very personal to us. And it's like time is being compressed. It's like the experience of time, the emotions that we experience each and every day is becoming more and more compressed. Another aspect that's important that humanity has to come to realize is that this planet is not a rock, something that can be consumed. It's a living being. It's like when you call Gaia, the mother Gaia. She's like, you recognize that you live on a cosmic beings. You're part of that cosmic beings, and it's about honoring and respecting the mother. For she's willing to give all that she has, but with respect. A lot of it has been done outside of respect of consciousness, let's say. For it is important, there is a dissolution of the third-dimensional matrix on the surface of the planet. If we focus on the dissolution, on all the aspect of darkness and dissolution, we're going to get very depressed, and it's going to lower our frequency. So choose love over fear. Focus on the reconstruction. Do not give your power away. If you don't feel good, it's because when we don't feel good, it's because we've given our power away. So retrieve your power and focus on the new, on the ascension, on the love. For June, it's been a great month of integration, and now we're going to move into activation, into application of the codes we've received during this month of July. It's like canceling old codes. And so I think that's what I wanted to discuss today. I wanted to come and make this video. For it is the breath is very essential. The breath is our connection to source. It is really what connects us to God and to source. So this power of light that we invoke, that we call on, is like it will overtake all darkness, and this upgrade will upgrade our etheric body, our physical body, our mental body, and emotional body. There are new fractals coming from the sun. It's like a gentle purification, and once you touch the bottom, you can only go up. It's like being a quark. When you let go of the weight, it naturally goes back to it's because we're holding on to weight that sometimes we go down. But also to utilize, to understand, there are many aspects of light. Light can be ray, light can be fire, light can be liquid, light can be plasmic. It can be a gel that you can place a little bit on your on your fifth and sixth chakra. It can be an elixir that you can spray on your crown chakra. For there are many aspects of light that will come to learn to use. Light is really excellent, but tune into this etheric body, to the chakra system, and bring this tube of light to enclose, and continue to cultivate this inner temple, this inner cave, this inner castle, so that you can feel completely safe down here during the times that are coming. Well, I just wanted to come and say hello, to make these videos today. I'm going to sing a song. It's about it's called "Shelter from the Storm." It's just something that's quite relevant right now. We're going to need shelter from the storm. We have to shield ourselves from the great shift that is coming. It's a difficult song to sing, but I thought I'd go for it anyway. It's a beautiful song, Bob Dylan. It goes like this. 'Twas in another lifetime, wine of toil and blood, when blackness was a virtue, the road was full of mud. I came in from the wilderness, a critter form of void. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. And if I pass this way again, you can rest assured, I'll always do my best for her, on that I give my word. In a world of still like death, and men who are fighting to be warm, come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Not a word was spoken between us, there was little risk involved. Everything up to that point has been left unresolved. Try to imagine a place where it's always safe and warm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. I was buried out from exhaustion, buried in the hell, poisoned in the bush, blowing out on the trail, hunted like a crocodile, or ravished in the corn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Suddenly I turned around and she was standing there, with silver bracelets in the wrist and flowers in her hair. She walked to me so gracefully and took my crown of thorn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Now there's a wall between us, something that's been lost. I took her too much for granted and got my signals crossed. I just to think that it all began in an uneventful morn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, the deputy walk on hard nails, the preacher rides a mount. But nothing really matter, it's dooms alone that counts. And the one-eyed undertaker, he blows a futile horn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. I've heard new babies wailing in a mourning dove, an old man with broken teeth standing without love. I do understand your question, man, it's hopeless in the lawn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. In a little hilltop village, they gambled for my clothes. I bargained for salvation, and they gave me a little dose. I offered up my innocence and got repaired with thorn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, I'm living in a foreign country, but I'm bound to cross the line. Beauty wakes a razor edge, someday I'll make it mine. If I could only turn the clock back when God and her were born. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, it's not easy to sing mostly when you're without training, but it's a beautiful song for Bob Dylan to make some amazing music. And this went through my mind. This is an old song that I used to listen to, and I thought it came to my mind today. So I chanced it. Take it. Oh, same. I mixed the card. We're exactly the same card as that in the French reading. It was quite amazing. It's really an announce of big trip, big crossing the great water. She's like Gabrielle here. She's all packed and ready. She's got this amazing boat. She's ready for a great new adventure. It's the three of Gabrielle. She says, "To success is to be ready. It is time to take to go through new steps, to undertake new steps. Optimistic project that manifest as scheduled. So it is all coming together now. And stay on track. Connect to you. Stay in touch with your inner self and just stay on track and believe in miracle. And there's much will be unfolding. And so I wish you a good day. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.